Hello. Hello, hello. My setup's a little different today. Hopefully I can get used to it quickly. Oh gosh. My VOD guy is a little boop boop boop. Okay. Test. Woo! Welcome in everybody. I'm always wondering where else to post. But let me bring up my dashboard. Makes it a little easier for me to see what's happening. No, don't do that. What am I doing? Okay, I think we got it. How's the video quality? Is it being dumb? Looks kind of dumb on my end, but I can't tell. My internet's kind of funky lately. Taking a sip of water and then I'll start. I decided to do the rest of tilling tomorrow. Gosh, it was so hard today. I'm hoping it's as cool tomorrow as it was today. It was really nice out. Okay. Oh no, I forgot to turn off or change my title. Oh my gosh. Can my internet just be okay for a second? Ugh, annoying. Right? Yay, hi Baphomet. I was hoping you'd show up. I'm having some technical difficulties, so you got to show up right before I started. Trying to change the category to Beacon Pines, but Twitch is deciding that it doesn't want to do that. But I need to do that because otherwise I'm still doing art, and I'm not doing art right now. Come on, Twitch. Pull it together. Maybe it's the extension that's not working. Oh my god. Ugh. Gosh, it's always something. It's always something. Can't just fucking... I'm just trying to make it work. Just trying to make it work, game. I mean, I agree with that. It's definitely art. But Twitch people don't really like it when you do that. I swear to God, I'm about to start. I just need this thing to work. Please. Please work. Oh my gosh, I finally got it to work. Okay, now we can start. Good lord. Friendly feud. The air was heavy and with a rain's hard residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding back to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse. Catch up with Rollo at the treehouse. Uh-oh. Hey, Dawn. Tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that the heiress had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age, who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo! So Eris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it, old Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains the way Eris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Oh, what phrase? Ooh, the light's on. Oh, yeah. Sowed some wild oats is definitely something I would have heard back in the 90s. But isn't this kind of based in the 90s? I forget. Oh, the alligator lady's still there. He met his old friend's eyes and greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens. There's no time for fractured friendships. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm has set us back a bit, and it's just getting late, so we all decided to, You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We're all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future. Yes. Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed him? Nope. Then we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we got a little sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good. Then it's decided. Yes, sir. We'll work until the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Look at me dilly-dallying it, even though I'm not supposed to. Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste. Come on. Oop. Property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. The man's got a contentious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. Did I get everything? Nope. Rollo, are you still up there? I'm sorry. Rollo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back never. Luca had only ever heard him speak in the stiff yet gentle tone a few times. And it always meant one thing. You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason. I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late. Rollo scoffed. The rain held me up. Liar. You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried. So I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house. And you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, that storm rolled in out of nowhere. And I got stuck after dinner at Beck's. Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he said too much. Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kinda cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she'd made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you. And you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rollo. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean? Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance. It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I kept my word. 'Cause that's what friends do. Oh, wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your Gran doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want, and you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend. Rollo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger. Maybe Pa is right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your pa's nonsense like it means something. Well, at least my pa is still around. Oof. Ouch. The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late. Okay. Good night, Rollo. Dang it. If Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for. Need to take a drink of water. I just realized how much my little keyboard makes my character jump. Gosh dang it. Boop boop. Okay, I guess I just need to put the mic closer to my mouth. Yeah. That way it reacts to me, not the dang thing. Okay. Rollo, what a jerk. Call me a bad friend. Ooh, I'm Rollo. Look at me and my amazing family. I guess I'm never supposed to make new friends. Luca? Gran cooed gently from the hallway. You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you all right? I'm fine. I just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I gotta run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure. Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing. I bet Rollo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable. Luca dozed off again. Luca? I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So is your plan just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted. Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation. There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. No. Ugh. How do I get it out of here? There we go. The Adventures of Hank Atomic. The complete first volume. Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, or didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind. But it stayed right there where Rollo stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway. Luca, another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modwell. She said you met yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh, she seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. All right, then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime. Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all, and closed his weary eyes to and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final, loud, gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled with the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source. Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame, see? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them. The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd been caught, his own reflection, by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help, once. He gestured towards his face, and all it got me was this. Luca staggered back. You weren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad, if you wanted to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun. Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran. Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus. How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo fought about doesn't matter. But Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg. Fights happen between friends. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. Did you say any of the things? Did you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it? Luca gave a reluctant nod. So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one. What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come and find you at the fountain a little after lunch. All right. I love you, Luca. Love you too. Aw, how sweet. Okay. Chapter 6. Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for better or for the worst, all comes down to understanding. Yeah, this was a good scene and a good lesson that I don't think even a lot of adults know. To just get over it sometimes. And dumb fights are dumb fights. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air, but the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo. Hey, his allergies are gone. There you are. Luca, Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it? Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head. A space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If you be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't. It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find him. Luca looked down and kicked at the dirt. Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever that went down between you two, squash it. Unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech. Yeah, Roxy's cute. Gotta limber up the old gab box. You nervous? Oh, heavens, no. Well, break a leg. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. The town's still falling apart, the weather's still cruddy, and the season's harvest is going to be the worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is going to change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand does look pretty tasty. Fits. I'm still going to be mad at them. I just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech and the Perennial Harvest Festival sign reveal. You don't want to miss it. How's the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as an... I don't even know what that is. Excuvie? I guess I'm not a beetle person. I like beetles, but I don't know them very well. It's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters are just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. Oh. Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look. Hey, Jeff, everything all right? Huh, yeah, everything's fine. Used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know. I really do, actually. Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod. You do, don't ya? For a moment, the two now share that same wistful gaze. Every single time. Yup. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noticed. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. Ain't moving. I mean, he's probably at the library, but I'm looking around. Plus, I got more bait, I'm sure. Oh, I don't. Damn. Most welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We always strive to improve. Nope. I'm with you, Luca. This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the foul harvest. I had my doubts about perennial harvest, but I must admit, they do put on a nice party. Oh, she has nothing to say this time. Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying. I wanted to see what all this festival fuss was about. I can't help but notice you still brought your backpack full of books. Luca, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True. So what you got in there? Books. Hey, Luca. So you're done at the library? Huh? Oh, nothing. See, I knew it. Griffin looked away suspiciously. Nothing at all. Heh. Oh, I got an achievement for Melon Kicker. Luca, did you know that Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated? A lot of people don't know that. Wow, yeah, I didn't know. What's that mean? It means that most public works are handled internally. We do all the pipelines, the water treatment, building regulations. That's great. Census taking, emergency services. I was able to return the perennial harvest safety suit you borrowed. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now will you tell me what you needed it for? It was a favor for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't gonna harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's good for the good of the family. I got a question for you. What do you think this whole festival is for? The way I figure it, Perennial Harvest is trying to win over the town. Like a bribe, but with balloons. Cynical. I like where your head's at. That's what I assumed at first, too, until I eavesdropped on a couple of gossipy clipboards. What if I told you that this whole thing is really a special shindig for a super secret guest of honor? A special guest? Who? I haven't dug that deep yet, but whoever it is, PH thinks they're a big deal. Oh, I can only do that fun thing once. I guess I probably can do it again later. I love cooking type games. I think they're fun. Jeff's Hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing. Hopefully I'm not missing anything by coming straight here, but... Hey, Luca! Kato's eyes lit with excitement. I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. Oh. I got another achievement. Riddle me this. The first? Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rollo does go all out, doesn't he? Kato straightened up. Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if prepared to sing. Ahem. On planet Farpole, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue. Kato stared at Luca eagerly. Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. All right, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. And if you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands. Hey, Jace. Still working through the newest Hank Atomic? You know it. Some fascinating canon towards the end. Did you know? Hank Atomic Shrinko-Ray doesn't technically shrink stuff. It uses inverse quantum particle decay to literally grow the entire universe around the object, leaving that object unaltered. So it just looks shrunk compared to everything else. Bingo. That's wild. But Jace, no spoilers, please. Oh, right. Sorry. I can tell you one thing. It's not out there. What you need to find is inside this library somewhere. Oh. Issue tissue. Simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week. Not fooling anyone. Luca grabbed the 5 pillars of success from the shelf. Once you've got a book, you can either bring it here to me or just grab a different one. I don't think that would be it. Luca grabbed the issue with self-help, a helpful guide from the shelf. Luca grabbed 500 meals for one big pot from the shelf. I don't think it's that either. Luca grabbed Natural Photography good lord, Volume 5 from the shelf. Luca grabbed The Modern Science of Atomic Radiation from the shelf. Don't think it's that either. Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4. Definitely don't think it's that one. Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. 5 Pillars of Success. Maybe this one? I don't know. Let's see, what do we have there? The Issue with Self-Help, a helpful guide. Nope, I'm afraid that's not the correct book. The words I emphasized are important. On Planet Farple, you may take issue. When the 5th king dies, you'll need a tissue. Okay. I had a feeling it was that, but I thought it was something to do with the tissue. Ah, you found it. Kato removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5. Luca clicked his tongue with recognition. Rollo cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that, and only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it, but I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rollo. Now let's see here. Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word. Get away with such a grift? He continued flipping. Only found in Grub. Grifton Grub. Cart. Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up. Grift in Grub Cart? Griffin? Griffin's Grub Cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Ah, brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kato. Oh, that's why they were talking to me about it, because they knew about it. Hey, pay attention to me. Hey, Griffin. Did Rollo come? Before Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog. Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for. Enjoy. I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or something. Luca shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog. It's cold. Oh yeah, it's been sitting there for a while. Rollo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's just... Luca tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper. Oh, come on. He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip. A pickup when you need some pep. Near the fountain, up a step. Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog. This is getting to be a whole thing. Yup. The coffee place. Woo! There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rollo owes me one. Lumi waved his hands around sarcastically as he began. What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task a friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. Good luck, Luca. Aw. Hey. 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 Did you find the comic book? Yep. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well then, I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you've earned this. Rollo sheepishly handed Luca the balloons. Aw, how cute. Thanks. You didn't have to go to all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you've apologized twice before me. Just let me do this. Luca, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mom and all, I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know. When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Oh no. Still my turn. I felt like if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk now. Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could. Aw. Rollo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around and try to find some info about your mom. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into the Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think we've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah. The rest of the world can wait 1 more day. You know, I've been wanting to get some work done on the MCDC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. A little bounce on the balloons is pretty cute. Wait, I went the wrong way. Yeah, I did. I went the wrong way. I was like, I'm headed towards the woods, but I went to the wrong woods. Oh, I'm so sore today. Whew. We have a mulberry tree that's finally like producing berries, and it's like I'm fighting with the birds for them. Dang it, I was hoping I'd get something new. I haven't talked to this guy in a while. Maybe he has something new to say. Did you hear? After Miss Kerr does his big speech, they're going to have a first annual big catch competition. As long as a boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoo-in. Haha. Joke. Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your Gram this morning. She asked me to give you this. Rollo handed Luca an unopened letter. I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter? Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I'm honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You've already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward, but if there is, I haven't thought of it yet. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did it for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran. I love you too, Gran. Luca folded the paper to his pocket and headed up the ladder. Aw, how cute. What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whenever you want. You know, you didn't have to go through all that trouble just to apologize. I know, but we'd been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Rollo. Luca was at a loss for words. But that was fine. Words aren't always necessary. The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year. Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse. Huh? What was that? Oh man, we missed the fireworks? It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself. What the What? A shockwave of cold tore through the room, a bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited in friendship, only to be cruelly separated by malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene in a silent tree house turned statuary. In a town brought low by its secrets sits a pair of friends, alone together for the rest of time. What? Okay, well, what the heck? Okay. Okay, so I guess... Yeah, this is... What the heck? That was very... Okay, the weather and picking break. Okay. As the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops. Sure, you can meet Rollo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rollo I'd tell him about... Lucas stopped himself mid-sentence. Promise you tell him what? Spit it out, bub. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've got to tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah. Yay, we're all friends now. Luca saw Beck skulking by the gate. I need to take a drink of water. My throat. Okay, better. So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spike gate? Looming mansion? Rich reclusive owners? It even smells shady. Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate. Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me. Oh. What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. That's Harris Valentine. Who's that she's talking to? Shh. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned, there's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. That means making some unsavory alliances. So be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. Now, this is what I was talking about. Beck's voice was an excited whisper. Proper shady stuff. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. You understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything. I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on that Rube Kerr's face. Yes, the truth will come to light. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, is that change is painful. Wow, I was expecting shady. But that's just flat out supervillain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why are you doing all of this? The mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners. What? Family? A chill ran down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand. An answer I can certainly respect. Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask. Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in rousing suspicion. Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night. Well, I wasn't predicting that. For some reason, I knew she had something to do with it, but I wasn't thinking she was the yellow suit guy. Chapter 5. What big ears you have. Luca sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure that the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why are you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my gran. That was your gran? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. I read too fast, and then my voice can't keep up, so I just mash words together. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried. The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up. Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's. Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh. If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. If you'll just sign here acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of... He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard that the pen nearly snapped. There. Would you like my eternal soul as well? The Clippards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away. Hi, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, let me give you some advice. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give them a good hard bop right in the kisser. Oh, Gran just tells me to keep away from the Clippards. That's good. That's good. Your Gran's a smart lady, Luca. Speaking of which, you'd better run along home now. Too dark out to be wandering on your own. Oh. Does she have more story-based information? The answers you seek will be revealed to you in due time. The question is, the figure intoned, are you prepared to live with the truth? Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the perennial harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. I saw it as a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, customer's always right. They killed us? Yeah, maybe I'm misunderstanding you. See you bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait. Oh, you're probably delayed. Okay. So you were talking about I was talking to the coffee guy at the time that I saw your comment. I was like, the coffee guy didn't kill us. William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed half-covered festival banner. It's coming together right... it's all coming together quite nicely. I actually thought he was the one in the suit, and that's why my voice was deep, because I thought it was the mayor. I couldn't have done it without you. The mayor gave a